Hey class, welcome to Timbertaft's Gaming History 401. I'm sure that you've all read the textbooks today, so turn to page 192 if you will, and we'll cover Jill the Jungle today. Gerald, what's wrong? What's going on? Come on. You don't have your textbook? Alright, well, you did your homework at least, right? Who developed Jill the Jungle?
Epic.
You would have gotten a gold star in another life, Gerald, but not today. Not today. It was Epic Megagames. Back when they made games that were both epic and mega.
But it's the same company.
Ever since they developed Unreal in 1998, things were never mega again. It was Unreal Tournament, it was Fortnite, it was Gears of War, all of which are terrible games. I need you guys to understand this.
I like Fortnite.
Don't bring that evil in here, Gerald. Eugene, cheer it, Gerald.
Boo!
Screw you, Gerald. I want you guys to be more than the frothing, Mountain Dew blasted masses. I want you guys to be custodians of the past, keepers of history, champions of the forgotten. Right, Eugene? I see you nodding, I see you nodding. Yes, that's what we want. Eugene, who developed Jill of the Jungle?
Tim Sweeney, sir!
And what was the first game he developed?
ZZT?
ZZT. Zit! Eugene, Zit, how do you not know this? It was spelled phonetically in the textbook. Did any of you read this book? Are you guys even gamers? Clearly Gerald's not a gamer. He's sitting back there twiddling his D. Look, I just want you guys to understand that I didn't read it either. Oh my god, you guys should have seen your faces. It was like, you were not expecting this at all. Come on, it's a blow-off class, guys. I got the permission slips here, right here for the field trip that we're planning on doing. Big stack of them inside of this manila envelope for all two of you. We're going on the field trip to go to the jungles of Jill of the Jungle in the summer of 1992. So go ahead, strap into the thinnest shirt you own. Eugene, you're screwed. That sweatshirt's not gonna hold up. We're gonna be heading off to the jungles.
Jungle.
That was pretty disorienting. Gerald, get up off the floor. Come on, guys. This is a class. Welcome to the June of 1992. On your right, you can see Batman non-fatally dispatching Penguin's goons in Batman Returns. On the left, you can see some Russian scientists finally admitting that they actually found Tsar Nicholas II's remains. Happened about 20 years ago, and they feel pretty safe to admit it now that the Soviet Union has collapsed. And in this same month was the release of Epic Megagames' Jill of the Jungle. Coincidence? I think not. Regardless, I think it's important that we take a magnifying glass to this game just to make sure. 1992 was an interesting era for piracy. There were absolutely no copy protections on discs, so you could just literally...
Come on, guys! I thought you knew better. Don't copy that floppy.
But some members of the industry didn't want to fight that uphill battle, and instead of trying to fight people copying their games, they said, fine, have it for free. The first entry in the three-part series, anyway. They called the resulting strategy shareware. Jill of the Jungle is one of these, and Episode 1 was completely free. And so begins the birth of the booming shareware curation industry.
We have an exceptional offer for you. We would like to send you this free gift, and we'll rush you the special collection of City World software that is not available in stores anywhere. This is our way of saying thank you, and welcome to City World.
I couldn't tell you what the other 15 action games that were on this disc were, but Jill of the Jungle was pretty fun. I'll bet that this business model went really well for CD World, right? Oh, never mind. The internet wasn't too kind to this particular distribution strategy. Anyhow, who is Jill of the Jungle? No, seriously, even the woman on the cover doesn't seem sure. This vampire cat didn't even make it into the final cut of the game, probably because he was under arrest. Move over, Tarzan. Jill is here. She's beautiful, she's brave, she knows her way around a jungle. She is fighting the most difficult battle of her life. Can you help Jill fend off the horrendous jungle creatures and find the hidden mushroom grove? Find the magical secret icons and guide Jill through the many dangerous levels as she changes from a flaming bird to a leaping frog to a fish who can shoot bullets? I have questions. While we're here, I like to highlight the fact that there is no graphic violence in this game. Oh, frick. Oh, God. Don't let the back of the box fool you. There's a full menu with a storyline in the game. You are Jill of the Jungle.
the brave and beautiful star of this game. Guida la bella Gil a través de los tres cinco sexcientes niveles de juego.
Made in Germany. It really does. It reads like German. That was the most German thing I've read in my life. Jill did have an international release, and as you can probably tell, the gorgeous box is from the imaginations of the Spanish and German releases. Now, in the US release, you may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like in the female American body. The Australian cover played it mostly safe, although Jill's sobriety while using the vines may be questionable. But okay, class, I hear you. We're not gonna just look at boxes the whole time. Come on, where's the game, right? Hold on just a moment. I'm gonna show you one more little bitty weird thing. This is Jill of the Jungle. Look at that. Listen to that. Isn't that great? There's music. There's Jill. We're gonna hit play. Bam. Bam. Beautiful noises, right? All right, it's detected that I have a digital Sound Blaster and Sound Blaster music. Just so you know, if I was running anything faster than a Pentium 100, the amount of cycles that are on that CPU would be so fast, it would not be able to detect the fact that I have a Sound Blaster. Fortunately, I'm running a 100/50 Pentium, so it picked it up no problem. As a result, we're gonna get some glorious music and sound effects. Except listen, there's no music. Sound effects though? What do we got? What? That's a weird sound. But okay, let's open up this this gem door. Okay. So far so good. That's exactly what I expected it to be. Oh, that's what my jump sounds like. Okay. I can dig it. It's fine, right? This is how the game. This is what it's supposed to be like. No. Oh God, no. This is on like full hardware emulation. If you go to an actual machine, you would have the exact same problems as I'm having now. So, for that reason, we are using archive.org's copy of this game. Give Jill to all of your friends. If you have a modem, upload this game on all of your local bulletin boards. So let's say for a second that I would prefer not to experience Jill in all 256 gradient capable colors. Over here we got CGA, EVGA, EGA, and VGA. I'm going to show you the most atrocious thing ever invented by man, CGA. This is how you play Jill of the Jungle. And in EGA, we get something that looks a little bit like this. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Did you see that crystal? It's like various shades of turquoise and white. It's so beautiful. In some ways, I could almost say, like this is kind of pretty in its own right. You got a lot of blue, you got your turquoise, you got your white. Very nice, visually appealing. And now we get the full picture. This is the true beauty of Jill of the Jungle. And you can see we got blacks, we got grays, we got whites, we got turquoise, we got blues, even more blues, all the way to the deepest possible blue, and a very, very blue sapphire gate to pass through. Now, class, I hope you've been paying attention because there will be a quiz after the course. There's one last crucial detail we need to look at before we can truly look at the guts of Jill of the Jungle, the game, the game part that you play. We need to see the intended way to play this game as it was originally conceived by Tim Sweeney himself. I'm sure that you purchased your classroom materials in advance of joining this class, so please turn to page 1 of the Jill of the Jungle game manual. I can do it this way, and then we can look at it together. If you actually look at the amount of people that are involved on this, you can see Tim Sweeney designed and programmed it. Art was made by John Plowright and Joe Hitchens. And then the music's by Dan Fraulich. The manual is Mark Rain. And, I guess like his dog and his wife or something, Larry Tipton and Adam Rixey. Beautiful wife, beautiful dog. Who in their right mind was like, I have this handbook laying around, let me scan it and make it a PDF. Thanks to them,
we now know so much more about Jill of the Jungle than we ever could have before, okay? Instead of having an actual, like, separate thing that they sold, they just included, like, a walkthrough of the game in the instruction manual.
Now, we'll reference the manual as we make our way through the materials that is Jill of the Jungle, Episode 1, Jill Goes Through the Jungle. So, class, go ahead and boot up your Pentium 100/50 machines. Yeah, I'll give it a minute. Just a little bit longer. Yup, you almost there. You almost got it. Keep booting. All right, we're ready now.
So here we go. We're gonna run an MS-DOS mode. If you're playing Jill of the Jungle today using, say, GOG, this menu gets skipped. This doesn't exist. They just give you like a standard 1, 2, 3 option in a DOS menu. So this is, very few people can see this anymore today.
All right, that was a little bit of an exciting gameplay moment just there. Now please turn to page 8 of your manuals. As you recall, during the earlier sound test, we already completed the first main map area. We'll be getting to more of that later.
So we're on the boulder level right now, and let's just pretend for a moment that I'm really stuck. I'm really stuck on the boulder level, guys. I don't know what to do in the boulder level. How do I get that Jill that's above the start? How do we get that Jill that's above the start? Well, let's take a look. So I think he's talking about this one over here. There it is. So he wants to know how we get this.
You can't get the Jill. Tim Sweeney lied to you. There's no way to get the Jill symbol in this level because you can never turn into an animal, and the Jill symbol's used to turn you back from being an animal, and there's nothing like that in the Bounding Through the Boulders level, so there's no point. It's just there, floating, forever a symbol of your inadequacy. That's going on the quiz.
What the heck is the little passage above the exit? If you go back a little, you'll see a big hole with 2 spikes in the bottom on either side. Jump down this hole and you'll find a little secret passageway with some vicious monsters, whatever they are. Whatever they are. Whatever they are. So we got the alligator. Apparently the alligator was entirely, like, not important. They didn't talk about that alligator at all. All right, here's the carnivorous frogs that try to eat you. Rare carnivorous jungle frogs that are very dangerous. Literally nothing to say about the phoenixes, I think, but I think down here is the passageway. And here's the whatever they are's. Anybody want to venture a guess at what the whatever they are's might be?
So far in the eclectic jungles that Jill traverses, we have phoenix birds, alligators, carnivorous jungle frogs, and whatever they are.
Could it be those fireflies or whatever they are?
And the pattern continues. Once we go through the tunnel of the whatever they are's, we make it to the top of this area above the exit to discover that there is no reason to be here. And nothing is gained that day. Spending a whopping 4 steps in the jungle, we find ourselves in the forest within a jungle for level 2 instead. Please turn to page 9 of your Jill of the Jungle manual.
For those watching the VOD, I'm currently doing a Kermit voice because it was redeemed. So looking at the dark forest here, oh, I forgot that we have Crazy Train music. The dark forest, how do I kill those stupid bees? Again, bees are jungle bees. A knife won't hurt them. When's the last time you tried to kill a bee with a knife? But you can slash their hive to shreds. Why do I keep getting drilled in the head by falling stalactites? Stalactites fall when the ground below them is shaken. If you stop right before a stalactite, it'll fall in front of you instead of on you. Why does the lava keep killing me? You keep jumping into it. You keep jumping into it. That's really what he's gonna sell me? What a jerk. What can I do with extra jumping power? If you go back through the underground tunnel, you can find a bonus area. Jump just as you leave the tunnel, and you'll see a vine that you can grab onto and climb into the secret branches. I hate this song. Hold on. Hold on. All right. If you go back through the underground tunnel, you can find a bonus area. Jump just as you leave the tunnel by the ground vines, and you'll see a vine that you can grab onto and climb into the secret branches. Why do giant ants keep killing me? Why can't I kill them? You can kill them. However, they are close to the ground. When Jill throws a knife, she is careful not to stick it into her foot. Instead, she throws it at shoulder level. Okay, fine, but why do ants keep killing me? Jill forgot to pay her rent on her jungle condo. As ridiculous as that sounds, it's lore. It's real lore. She really did not pay her jungle condo taxes.
Now, do I really have to say that that one's on the quiz? Of course it's on the quiz. Anyhow, about bees.
The bees have made their appearance, and they are gonna try to kill me.
After narrowly avoiding bees and not destroying the hives as advised in the manual, we also managed to not fall in the lava the way the manual claimed we would. I'm starting to really question the material here. And naturally, just before the end of the level, there's something hidden on top of the door that includes an arrow that lets us jump higher than ever before. And wouldn't you know it, there's a secret related to this ability that no one will ever try, because the exit is right there.
So we got an arrow that lets us jump higher at the end of the level. It was at the end of the level, so very few people are ever going to try to do this. But if we just jump, we can get to this vine right here. And there's really no reason to be up here except to kill a whole bunch of ants. And also to eat a whole bunch of apples. I also like to comment on the fact that we do have a black screen in the back as our graphics, and a lot of people call out how flawed that is. That it's like not very pretty to look at or whatever. But I would beg to differ. I would beg to differ. I think that the black really captures how dark and oppressive the environments of the forest in Jill's jungle are. I mean, and can you imagine going into a jungle and then going into a forest within the jungle? Like, what does that even look like? So, something like this, right? That's what it would look like.
Okay, pop quiz. Getting this right was the difference between passing or failing the class. It was very stressful for those who were actually physically there, in class, unlike you who are attending the course virtually. Be grateful.
There are actually 256 colors in this game, which actually was a very common practice during about 1992. If we look at it real quick here, you know, take a quick look at the kind of colors that we're getting here, and you can see that they have a certain pattern to them that is typical of things of this era. What do you think it is? What would you describe this aesthetic as? There will be a quiz at the end of this class. Gradient Mario Squid, thank you. You said gradient. You did it. Yes, gradients. They use an excessive amount of gradients during this phase because at 256 colors on PC, that's something that the consoles couldn't do. So they just crammed all these colors in here. And I know that a lot of people maybe think it's a little bit gaudy, but for me, that was everything about these games. It didn't matter that the pixel art wasn't the most beautiful thing in the world. I mean, look at this dirt. Just look at this fucking dirt. It didn't matter. It did not matter because colors on Jill's head, colors on Jill's unitard, colors in the gradient of the sky. Just beautiful stuff.
And yes, the observant among you might have noticed that the jungle is in fact a hub world. It's time for the hut.
So if we're doing a speed run, we're not even going in here. But I'm gonna get this key, and this is the first time we're introduced to the snake. So while the snake kind of chills out around here, let's take a quick look at what the manual had to say. Wow, there's almost nothing. What does the giant skull do? Actually, that skull is a guardian set up by the witch doctor who owns this hut. The skull takes a visual of Jill, which will be sent by the latest in electronic mail technology to the demon's hideout in part 2. That's a spoiler. That's a big spoiler. Massive spoiler. I can't hurt that snake. Oh my god, that snake got smaller. Oh, dude. The snake shrinks and grows based on how much damage it's taken. That's really cool. I would call the fact that these ghosts look a lot like something from Pac-Man incidental, but they literally call out the fact that Jill is just better than Pac-Man, so I think it's canon that these are actually just ghosts from Pac-Man. I do want to highlight just how satisfying it is elevatoring in this game. You got it. Yeah! That happens anytime you pick up a key. Anyway, let's release hell from its torment here behind the door. Here's that skull, by the way. Oh.
Now, going through the hut wasn't worthless since we did come away from it with a gem. Now that's not enough to meaningfully unlock anything for us, but we can now go anywhere we want in the jungle now that the hut's done. With such a bounty of freedom, we may as well go into the forest again, going from what was level 3 now to level 7. I can't believe we're 4 levels in and they already ran out of level name ideas. Anyway, we'll be skipping this chapter of the manual since it barely says anything. Also because I think the author of the manual forgot this level existed, since this is actually for Dark Forest 2 rather than Forest 2. This is why you come up with more distinct level names, guys. Anyway, have a listen to this bop.
How do I get past the lake? Take the underground tunnel. Oh, God. The music's good, but some of the instruments, man. Some of the instruments.
Alright, we finally get the spinning blade. This is obviously a period-appropriate weapon, since Jill is trained in ninjutsu. Anyhow, we get a high jump behind a waterfall, and then...
Because I got that high jump, we can now go behind where we spawned in, which is a really nice touch, and we get the little eyeball room. Now it is possible to navigate... Oh my god.
Despite her nearly fatal wounds, Jill manages to finally turn into a bird.
Alright. Oh no! Oh no, what has happened to the alligator? He was just an alligator. He was just an alligator. They didn't even talk about him in the guide. They didn't mention anything about no crocodiles, no alligators. They talked about the frogs who are carnivorous. They talked about the fact that when you go into an area with ants, the ants will try to take taxes from you. This guy didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. All he was doing was minding his own beeswax at the top of the second stage of the Dark Forest. And now he's been subjected to a horrible mutation with no purpose, no direction in life, forever cursed to wander upon one pixel forevermore. I think we should put him out of his misery. Oh, he doesn't even have a platform to stand on anymore. I knew you, Horatio.
Alright class, I know I caught you sleeping. You didn't even notice this, did you? This little nook here in the far corner of Dark Jungle 2 that actually leads to that back nook of level 1 that I mentioned before.
We do have 2 gems now, so that's sick. But first, let's go into the castle. This is actually kind of one of my favorite levels just because it's so chill. The music's good in this level, it's really good. And it's just like a puzzle solving thing. It's like a Myst level except 2-dimensional. Yeah! I'll give credit real quick. This is Mojo Orison's thing that they made 4 months ago. 4 months ago, someone thought to do this, okay? I just want to highlight how crazy that is.
Call yourself anything you need to so that you can walk down here and you can get stomped out! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
I hope you enjoyed that supplemental multimedia feature. You're welcome.
Just get the keys and get out of the castle. It's big, yes, but there are no real tricks to it. Wow, there are no real tricks to the tricky castle that says tricky. It says tricky. I feel deceived.
Despite there being no tricks for working our way through the tricky castle, we did somehow manage, and then tragedy struck.
Oh. Yeah. My shoes are untied.
Tying our shoes was very difficult, since there are no laces on Jill's shoes. I didn't appreciate Plowright's patronizing tone. Fortunately, we did finally have a breakthrough. We made it, after climbing seemingly endless vines, to the bonus level.
Like, I'm totally not vibing with this vine section right now, I'll be honest. I don't know why they decided aggressive, painful, stabbing clown music was the go-to for some of these bonus levels, but that's what we got here.
With the help of 3 high jump power-ups, we bunny ourselves out of the killer clown's clutches, and find ourselves leaving the bonus level, all thanks to Jill's perm. For details, please turn to page 11 of the Jill of the Jungle manual. This one is on the test.
Does Jill get a headache from hitting her head on the ceiling at the time? No, she has a perm that provides adequate protection against the hardest of knocks.
All right. Since that confirms that it's canon, that means that all of these guys were wrong about Jill's hairstyle, because she definitely has a perm. Anyhow, let's not waste any time. The next level is level 8, Arg's Dungeon.
I played it for free. I played it for free at my babysitter's house when I was like 5. That was my first experience because I was one of the few children in that entire room who could manipulate a DOS machine enough to get to the video games. Anyway, let's see if we can't figure out Arg's Dungeon. I do really like this combination, the blue and red. Who is Arg? One of the background puppets on Sesame Street.
I looked everywhere to figure out what this was about. Arg. Who is he? Sesame Street? Background Muppet? Is that you, Arg? Abby Cadabby, no. Alice Snuffleupagus, no. Alistair Cookie, no. The Amazing Muppet, no. Anything Muppet, no. AM Monsters, no. Aristotle, no. Arlene Frantic, no. Who is Arg? Who is Arg? Who is he? Anyway, that was one of the easiest levels in the game, and we cleared it no problem. Unfortunately, progress in the jungles of Jill is a double-edged sword.
To understand what I was actually supposed to do. I can't go back. Phoenix Maze. Time to Phoenix it up. Oh, here's a fun little thing. So, especially when playing the version 1.0, there's a bug in this game. There's a bug in this game where it would have these pillagers pop in, and you're supposed to be able to control them with this switch. But, yeah. They weren't very good at their sprite work.
Anyhow, Jill of the Jungle was the original Flappy Bird TM.
Why do I die when I try to fly through waterfalls? I don't die when Jill jumps through them as a human. You are a phoenix, made of fire.
With the maze cleared, it was now time to confront the knights.
The configuration that will let you through, or at least one of them, is in order: up, down, up, down, down, up, and then like up, down, down, right? Oh, and we have that joy, by the way. You wouldn't know if you got it right or not in this version. Since over here is the last key. Alright, I think that's all of them.
King Epic 23 has been keeping Dodongos alive for 40 months. But what about Jane of the Jungle? Tarzan, you have explaining to do.
Baking a P23, thank you so much for your 40 months. So let's check out the bonus area. Oh, it's Tim. Tim Schafer? No, Tim Sweeney. See, I always get the two confused. There's too many Tims in the gaming industry. Tim, 1992. Wow. Look at that. Forever. Bonus area 2. Who is Tim, 1992? Tim Sweeney is the programming genius. Oh my god, no. Alright. Tim is the programming genius who developed Jill after several months of hard work. He is funny, intelligent, and single. He is also my boss, which is why I won't mention his immense ego or any of his other faults in this sheet. His ego? Great! Thanks a lot. Really, I didn't need my job. It's okay, I don't mind being fired. You'll be hearing from my lawyer in the morning.
Now, seeing that bonus was a fun distraction, but it's time to get back to business and go back to the forest within a jungle again.
But back here, wherever this is, in the forest inside of the jungle, the third one. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die. There I go. Don't fall in water. She can't swim. Somehow she's lived this long in the jungle without ever learning how.
Pop quiz. Should Jill have known how to swim? The answer is no. Anatomically, humans are terrible swimmers. So chances are, Jill just avoided the water the entire time she lived in the jungle. The learned method of swimming would have required Jill to be participating in some kind of society, which she clearly hasn't been. No, Jill employs a very special way of learning swimming that she acquires in level 10.
But maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. So here's being a fish. This is what it's like, if you've ever wondered. I can hit Alt to shoot my fish bullets. What is a fish bullet? I don't know. Jill fires them by flinging them with her tail, though. Yeah, that's normal. That's a normal ability that people have, fish have. It's fine. For the longest time, I thought I had to mash shift like I do with the bird, and that really threw me. Like, just FYI for anybody who plays this, you do not have to mash shift to swim like you do as a bird, even though at the top it clearly says swim with shift, which is probably what confused the hell out of me.
The fact that it's flashing doesn't help either.
It does make this section a little harder when you don't know how to actually ascend without breaking your fingers.
The second to last level is very pretty, but ultimately there's not much that you do in this. It's the only time in the entirety of the first game that you turn into a sexy carnivorous jungle frog, which is unfortunately much less useful for me turning into a carnivorous jungle frog than it is for the carnivorous jungle frogs. I don't actually encounter any of them in this level, so I'm a little bit disappointed. By the way, the whole point of this level is to turn into a bird, and that's pretty much it. The last level is a feel-good moment where you get to ascend the plateau that is the highest point in Jill's jungle so that you can finally make it to the Mushroom Grove. Why did we fly as a phoenix through space to arrive at a purple mushroom in the middle of the underground, apparently? Find out on episode 2. Fortunately for you, episode 2 is right now. That's right, for the cost of $30 in 1992 or $70 post-inflation today, you can play episode 2 of the Jill of the Jungle if it wasn't already just completely free, because this game is old as dirt, aka me. But hey, at least this time around, Jill gets to wear a more fetching color.
It actually took some things away. Oh my god!
Welcome to Jill Goes Underground. If you were hopeful that that box art of her wearing green clothing was any indication of what to expect in the game, think again. She wears red in this game. Granted, the box did get one thing right. There are bats. Unfortunately, while I'd like to give you guys another reading of the back of the box, it's basically the same thing as the first game. I guess we should expect more of the same. Due to technical issues, I had to deviate away from using the archival site game, so now we're playing on an authentic Windows 98 emulation station. That had its own host of problems that I went into detail on during my stream, but if you can't be bothered, here's how I did it. If you want to have your morale shattered even further, we run into some issues with the manual too.
When we hit Jill 2, there's a key word here that matters a lot. Game 2, Jill Goes Underground, remaining hints by Tim Sweeney. So just to be very clear, the guy who's been writing all of the wonderful stuff through the first game just kind of stopped. And so the programmer, Tim Sweeney, took over to do the writing. And I must say, the volume of writing sure does become less now. If you want to see just an example hint from level 2, there is a secret passage hidden around here. Let's start with level 0. Wait, are they just perpetually dying in the demo? Excuse me? One thing that is noteworthy is this is a much more linear game. We don't have the overworld stuff that was going on in Chapter 1 anymore. Now it's just all one single linear progression of game, level by level. It sounds like we have metal boots now, so maybe we're like, I don't know, like carrying shackles or something because we got imprisoned when we reached space underground. There's also bunnies, which is very cute, except for the part where they're literally just the frogs. Like, those little bunnies smack me. They just destroy my health bar. I don't know where that other bunny went, though. Okay, there he goes. Fare thee well. Oh, there's so many of them. You know, this could be somewhat based on the Japanese lore that there are a bunch of bunnies who make mochi on the moon. Oh,
After learning an important lesson about the lack of iframes in this game, and escaping from bunny hell, we encounter our next insurmountable challenge.
Oh, lordy. This is one of my favorite tracks, by the way, in this. I feel like, even at its worst, these games always had a great soundtrack. Yeah! It's still a
pretty good song. Oh, we got Frog! I didn't think he would come up there. You're kidding me. Oh, no. I see the secret passage, but I don't know how to take advantage of that. Can I jump this? Oh my god, there it is. Oh, that felt so good. That was cool. So you see this platform right here, and it kind of lines you up to make a perfect high jump. I really like that, actually. I really hope that later on in the game they don't expect me to just figure that out without the guiding block, but... Oh no, here it is. All right, so I'm gonna explain why this is a problem momentarily. So we got yeah. This patch that I have, the patch that I'm using in order to fix the audio problems, decided that they were going to fix another bug in the game, which made it so that these demons, which normally in a 1.0 version of this game die in one hit, now die in 3 to 4. You will see why this is a problem momentarily. Oh, Jesus. No, 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 no. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but after using some tactical deployment of turtle mode, we were able to make it to the true underbellies of heck. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Okay. No! How is he so strong? This is just one guy. He's a normal enemy. This is like, what if the Dark Souls bosses were suddenly everywhere? Which you can experience. Oh, I've got him now. Rock your socks, Mr. Devilman. It's like two different forms of hell. The top level is the hell of trying to fight your way past a bunch of enemies and having it be really challenging to do so. And the bottom is the hell of having an almost unwinnable puzzle. By killing that demon, I just denied myself the sweet mercy of death. The only way to escape from this puzzle maze hell is by completing the maze and finding the keys scattered throughout its many breakable blocks. You know, I think as long as, there we go. As long as I jump up, there it is. The red puzzle. What does Tim Sweeney have to say about this? Until we get to level 10, Tim Sweeney has nothing to say. Nothing. Oh, this is kind of, now that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. Other than some neat marble puzzles, the red puzzle room ended up being uneventful, and shortly we were in Waterworld. Get here, okay, cool. Oh, finally I get the fish power up, okay. I get fish bullets, and it's kind of nice that the fish bullets are actually, fish bullets fire pretty quickly, they don't lag out the system anymore, so I appreciate that. This is kind of a nice part. Honestly, this is a more tolerable fish level than in the first game. I kind of like this one. Was there something I needed this gem for, or... Ah. Oh, don't you dare. Before he kills me, I'm just gonna sneak on out of here. And yes, as much of an environmental whiplash as it might be, this water level takes us to the demon's hideout. Just as a reminder, the witch doctor from level 3 of chapter 1 sent our photos to here for some reason. Dude, I like the labeling down here. Demon's hideout, everybody. Is that just an ant? A green ant? Does it die in one hit? Yep, that's just a green ant. I'll touch this just for fun. Sounds like somebody puking a fax. Pop quiz. Why was Zit named Zit? While many have taken stabs at turning it into an acronym, ZIT was chosen for one very particular utilitarian reason. In the first issue of the Epic Megagames newsletter released in the spring of 1992, Prince Sweeney declared that it would allow them to be the last entry in the shareware catalog that is normally listing the games alphabetically, therefore giving them a greater chance of being discovered. The front of the catalog was too competitive, and being in the middle may as well be a death sentence. The fact that it is not an acronym also confirms that the correct pronunciation really is ZIT, Eugene. Hopefully now we can leave ZIT buried behind us in the demon's hideout. Alright, this is fine. Oh, I just gotta keep going. We got the key. We escaped. It's fine. It's good. I'm still missing one, though. Over here, maybe. Jill wanders into the land of eternal weirdness. Okay. I must say, it is pretty weird. Ooh, does that hurt me? Winners don't lose frogs. Oh my gosh, an opportunity to use the gimmick of this series by transforming into a creature? Oh. Easy come, easy go. Figure out here, so that kills that. Then he'll just bounce between both. Nailed it. Jill jumps into a sticky situation. Okay. I don't like that. Alright, so I just gotta bounce back and forth. This is crazy. Yes! So awesome. It's really hard swapping vines like this. I really feel like I'm having a... Whoa! Kinetic... I'm having a kinetic synergy with Jill here because it takes about as much effort on the keyboard as it does for her to physically swap from these vines. Jill better think fast. Oh, I gotta get to the... I see. So I'm just going diagonally across. I nailed it. Hey, cute little bat. Sorry, pal. I see gems in the lava. Do you guys think I'm gonna have to swim through that? Oh, bird. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. I thought that we get like a new creature. That is so awesome that they were like, remember the phoenixes are made of fire, and now you can swim through lava. That's cool. I fully acknowledge that this is a really awesome little thing that they've done. Right up above, you begin to see the light of day, and the thought finally enters your mind. You are free. Yes, we've done it. We're free. We've escaped from the underground. I don't know why we were trapped. As I understood it, we went there willingly. It would appear that the jungle is once again safe for normal jungle stuff to occur. Safe from what? What did we do? Well, whatever, we reclaimed the photos that were taken by that witch doctor when we were gallivanting around the jungle, so now we can rest easy knowing that our likeness won't be used in some AI machine. But what's this? Royalty that needs rescuing? Surely the woman who's been isolated living in the jungle all her life would care about that. Achoo. It's time for the third and final entry of the Jill of the Jungle series, Jill Saves the Prince. And, well, up until now you might be a bit confused because we never said anything about a prince or a quest or any of this, so what's going on here? And why are there so many thieves? Long ago, Jill's true love was kidnapped and is being held hostage in the castle on the other side of the jungle. Now comes the true test. Does Jill have the strength and resilience to fight the final battle? Do whatever you can to get Jill to the prince. After all, good husbands are not easy to find in the jungle. I don't know, Jill. We've been living fine without him this whole time. I mean, we've saved the jungle so that the jungle can do jungle stuff. Do we really need, like, a guy in our life? Over here, we have a section in the menu called Epic Info. When you click on it, it actually opens up the winter catalog of 1992 to 1993 for Epic Megagames. Anyhow, this part talks about a lot of video games that aren't Jill of the Jungle, and, well, you guys are here for Jill of the Jungle 401, so, yeah. Thanks for visiting our catalog. Now press P to print an order form, okay. I think it printed in DOS. I think I just printed something, I don't know. Jill has only one more quest that must be fulfilled. Save the prince. I don't remember who gave us the quest. The prince has been kidnapped by crazed giant green lizard men who want to bulldoze the jungle to build condos. There's the lore. We found it. Hey class, I know how much you wanted to have an overhead view of this game, right? No, you didn't want that while getting sneezed at when you enter the levels? Oh. We're gonna pick up this this dagger. That's a weird one. I look forward to picking many other objects up just like that going forward. And pick things up we did as we made our way past the valley and towards the village. Thanks. Jill roams through the village. Gesundheit. Good noises. All right, before we continue, let's give old Tim Sweeney a chance. What's he got to say about level 2? Fight your way to the left end of the board. Get the key and come back. Wow, I fight my way. Oh, there's the fighting. Woo. Ow. Oh, ow. I'm glad I saved. That could have gone better. All right. Was it all worth it? What do I get for doing this? An apple. Mm-hmm. Of course that's what I get for all my trouble. What else would it have been? Okay. Oh my god, I just heard the full thing! When you pick up the diamond, he goes... And then when you open change levels, it goes... So it was... The full thing. Oh, I don't know what level this is. It didn't give me a thing. We'll use the power of intuition and assume this is level 3. First, get the extra jumping power by jumping through the lower waterfall, climbing up and jumping down the black pit. Journey left and go up. This puts you in the area to the left of your starting point. Blindly jump left across the water and fall down. Jill has learned how to swim. She learned how to swim? She learned how to swim somewhere between the first, second, and now third game. Between the second and third game, she had like a swimming training arc. Here it comes.
Look at that majestic ass motherfucker. Like a dolphin or some shit. A dolphin with legs and arms.
This bird is, there's something a little off about this bird. When I was reading online, they said that apparently the logic built into the code for this section was trying to tell this bird to go up and down, but they never programmed an ability for the bird NPC to be able to go up and down. As a result, it's just kind of, here. I knew that the carnivorous jungle frogs would play a bigger part in all this. Wow, that's a lot of alligators. Oh. The frog tricked me into hell again. Oh, that bird just kills me. It just hurts me immediately. Wow. Oh, that frog's still alive. He's just hanging out in lava space. Good for him. I mean, I can just go this way. Is this where I can swim? Nope. Wait, I'm supposed to die. Is that what this is? I'm supposed to accept death? How the heck to play? This is an odd place for the instruction manual, not gonna lie. But now I can swim. Okay. Guys, I'm pretty excited. I'm feeling like this is gonna finally be a substantial period of birding. There's fire, there's lava, ouch. That fire hurts me. Oh. That's just insane, man. But I got my vengeance on that frog. He no longer gets to stay in the place he doesn't belong. Frogs do not belong in lava. This is place for phoenix and dictators only. Most dictators spend most of their lives, their afterlives, in fact, in the lava. As you can see,
I'm very familiar with this territory. Why do you have allergies to lava, and why do you choose to live here if that's the case? I am Jill of the Escaped. Very good. We can cross the dam now. I see what they did there. It was we were damned to hell for a brief moment, but we recovered. Jill boards the ship of the giant green lizard men. Oh, okay. The Jill. Fall down the first waterfall, go on the left and obtain the key, then come back and fall down. Okay, these are just the waterfall to the right after transforming into a fish, journey back. I mean, these are just straight instructions. I can read these, but these are basically just telling me how to beat the game. Are any of these entertaining? Just nail the frogs with your knives. That's kind of funny in level 11. Save often. You come a long way. There's only 13 levels in this too. Yeah, Tim's very bad at that. I must say, we're probably not going to look at the guide anymore. Because it's literally like there's no lore. They gave up on lore partway. Snake exists, but otherwise he just minds his own business. Don't really know why he's here, honestly. Is he in cahoots with the lizard men, or is he just like here for fun? Is this like a jungle cruise? Oh. Timbertaft will not let any snake unturned. Jam it. I thought I had more. Yes, the gem. Here it is. No. Oh, this bastard. He won't let Dictator have prize, but Dictator deserved prize. Dictator fought very hard to have prize. Thank you. Oh, hiba. Very good. World of Games. World of Epic Games. I did it. I knew I could read. I must have more apples. Oh, there's more elevators. All right, good. Preferably, oh my Jesus. I knew there was danger lurking. You saw that, didn't you? Hooah! Caterpillar started a revolution and committed a coup d'etat against the birds. Holy shit, oh no. Alright. Oh, there's a giant ghost. I wonder if I get to visit that ghost someday. I explore the aqueduct. Oh, it is actually an aqueduct. It lives up to its name. They even call it aqueduct. Why are there always frogs in these kind of levels? Did the frogs build the aqueducts? I thought for sure that both part 2 and 3 would be like worse games than the first one, since no one ever talks about the continuation of these, but I think 3 might be better. At least better than 2. Oh, and that's the end of the aqueduct. Hey, we're really flying here. Oh, I just made it through 3 gem barriers, dude. This must be like the end of the level, the end of the game. Jill ventures into the mega puzzle. All right. You know, I don't think I'm not gonna f those balls. Those balls, they can do what they want. Oh, one of the balls escaped. Huh. The ball's back for revenge. I wonder. Oh yeah. That really was the answer. Jill tries her luck in the pyramid puzzle. Is this a gambling house? Am I about to lose all my money? Actually, do I actually get to use the frog to its full potential, or did I just screw myself? Wait, can frogs go in water? Frogs can go in water. Oh my god. Now it's bird time. That's so cool. That was cool. All right, onward and outward. The jail. Wait, are we already saving the prince? Who's sneezing? Who's sneezing? Oh, it's that guy. I think there's no way for me to get out of this without hurting myself. At least a little. Can I kill him? My feeble attempt fails. Wow.
This is a dangerous situation with the water right under me. But now I'm a fish! Oh, man. Oh, this is what this series was supposed to be the whole time, man. Animal transformation puzzles. Let's go. Aha. Ow. That's a real precision jump they're making me do here. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. They're really making you take advantage of the physics of the game now. I've broken out of prison. Yes! I don't know how I got imprisoned. I felt like I was doing pretty good up until now. But glad we managed to escape. Now, class, I'm going to give you a fair warning. Level 11 onward, things get pretty intense. They're not messing around anymore. I'm not going to lie to you. Things might get graphic from this point forward. Some of you might not make it. But thank you so much for attending my class. We got a couple... No, we got one level up here. Level 11. Oh! Hey, evil carnivorous jungle frogs. You sit down, buddy. You just sit down. I think an M for oh, there's Tim again. Tim's hidden his name in every single one of these games, dude. Woo-wee! Holy Jesus, what in the hell just happened? Hell just opened. It was Tim and then it was hell. What? Why, Tim? Why do you emblazon the moment of my death with your name? No. Do not ruin this. Do not ruin this for me, Mr. Frog. No, you... Yeah! Come on. No way. Nuh-uh. Alright, demon conquered. Let's get the key and get out of here. Ooh, that's a different... Oh, no. That's a different looking skull. What a weird skull. That was the last gem, though. Alright, maybe we can free the prince after all. Next level is number 12. You're right. Wow. Well, that's a great intro. Alright. This is a tough spot. What does Tim have to say about level 12? Save the game very often. Oh, come on! I did this without having to die last time. This is like Kaiser level garbage, man. What is this? It can't be what they want me to do, right? That can't be it. Drop down into the tree land now. Trees are probably good for me, right? Trees have never hurt me. Death to all of the tax-collecting ants. Down with the hypocrisy of government. I want my royalty back. Let's save the prince. Alright, level 13. Jill the Jungle in a nutshell. Weird Castlevania. This. Oh, come on. Later, dude. Come on, Tim. Come on. I might not be a flying frog, but I'm a tree frog. I can jump all over the trees, and no one will be able to catch my disease. I can go in the water, too. Like so. I'm glad to see that we used a lot more frog this time, since it was really like a non power-up in the other two episodes. Huh? Immunity? Immune to spikes? No one told me I was immune to spikes as a frog. Ooh. Jill journeys deeper into the castle, where the prince is held captive. Can she save him? Only time will tell. Okay, and then I died. What do I have to say here? You've come a long way now. You must save the prince in the castle. You didn't really think we're going to tell you how to do that, do you? So they actually don't even finish the guide. They don't even finish the guide. They get to level 13 and they say, nah, we're not going to tell you anything more. Okay, we made it. We made it through the ballroom. Oh, I see what they did there. It was the ballroom. It's the castle's ballroom, guys. Oh, no. Okay. Is that the prisoner? Oh, here we go. Finally reaching the castle and opening the prison cell, Jill meets the prince. Quickly escaping from the castle, Jill and the prince journey back to the jungle, which is now safe from the crazed giant green lizard men who would kidnap the prince. Not grazed. They have only been lightly grazed. The prince speaks. Jill of the jungle, you have not only saved my life, but you have saved the jungle from great peril. You have the eternal gratitude of my family. Now I ask you only one more favor, Jill. Jill, will you marry me? Okay. So the jungle is once again restored to harmony, and Jill and the prince live happily ever after. Happily, indeed. That was Jill of the Jungle. The third episode's definitely the best. First episode is what I have my memories for, and you can skip going right to hell. That's not very fun. For those of you who stuck with the course until now, thank you. You are now full-fledged Jill of the Jungle experts and survivors of the summer of 1992. Only you can decide the future of Timbertaft's Gaming History 401 by liking, commenting, and subscribing on this video. Without your help, learning may come to a halt and we might never be able to get home again. Think of Eugene, Gerald, and other students that have not yet been introduced to the plot. They're depending on you. I hope you make the right choice. Anyway, I'll see you next time, class.
Are we still doing this? Really? We're still doing this bit?
This is 1992. This is Timbertaft's Gaming History 401.
This got so far out of hand. We're stuck in 1992.
I never said we were stuck. We can go back anytime we want to, but why would we, Eugene? Look around you. We're in 1992. There's so much we can learn here.
We went through hell. Literally, I sold my soul to get out.
Eugene, Gerald knows that was optional, and he decided not to sell his soul. And he's still doing great. In fact, he's one of my top students right now.
And Gerald died. He wouldn't sell his soul, and he's dead.
You two are always at each other's throats, coming up with these ridiculous stories about one another. I've got to tell you, Eugene, I'm disappointed. Gerald was doing a fantastic job so far, and you know what? He's not dead. He doesn't need those words put in his mouth. Gerald is probably just resting after having spent all day learning everything there is to know about Jill of the Jungle.
Gerald is dead, and we're gonna be dead too if you don't get us back home.
We can go back home whenever we want to, but why would we? Tell you what, Eugene, since you seem so concerned about this, let's have a vote. Who wants to leave 1992 and go back home? Raise your hands. Look at that. Gerald didn't raise his hand. I'm not going to raise my hand. I think it's fantastic with Eugene.
Gerald doesn't get a vote. Gerald's in a box.
I'm a professor. I get to decide what the rules are, and the rules are majority rules.
You need to get us back, now!
Alright, I can see that this is really causing you a lot of anxiety and pain, Eugene. So, for you, as my student, and in the interest of your health, I'm gonna take us back, okay? I'm gonna do the thing.
Yes! Please! Take us home!
Basically, I just, clap my hands, and I do, a little laugh, right? So here it goes.
You can't get us home, can you?
Well, Eugene, is that a tropical jungle exotic bird from 1992?
What?